Pastor Jeff here, looking at the raft on Lake Ossipee. It's day 2 of the Jesus Way curriculum on forgiving. I'm remembering fondly when friends of mine and I worked at a different camp in Wisconsin. But when the kids weren't around and we were off duty, we would swim and we would play King of the Raft, which was, who could be the last person standing on the raft as we pushed each other around and into the water. It was dangerous, but it was a fun time. I think we live our lives that way. Who can be the last person standing, especially when it comes to disagreement or conflict, where we have relationships that are broken among us. I'm remembering of a legend called the Drowning Man, where if someone had wronged the village and was found to be guilty, they would put this person out on a raft or on a rock or in some place out in the raging water, and the family of the victim would decide what to do with this person. Either let them drown, because that's what they had coming to them, they deserved it, or to forgive them. Except the one caveat with forgiveness is if they forgive them, it meant that they would become part of their family, a new son or daughter or brother or sister. The story for today comes from Luke. Jesus is invited to a dinner party by some religious people. Simon's house. He's a Pharisee. And there's this woman that's there who wasn't invited, who's there sitting at his feet, who's crying and wiping his feet. And everybody, including Jesus, makes mention that she is a sinner. And everyone has judged her rightly. We don't know what she's done wrong, but all we know is she is sinful. She is a person that's out on the raft waiting to hear her fate. Jesus turns to her in that isolated place and says, "You are forgiven. Go in peace. Your faith has made you well." He's made her part of his family. He's basically saying to her, "I love you, and that's enough." And of course, everybody there, including Simon, are bewildered by this. To follow Jesus is to be people of forgiveness, people of peace. We know our own places of guilt and shame in our lives, and Jesus meets us there, out on the raft, out on the rock, out in the raging waters where we are drowning, and says, "I love you, and that's enough. Come and be part of my family. You are forgiven. Go in peace." And we are called to be people to see around us, especially in a world so full of conflict, where we push each other around, where we're trying to be the king of the raft, and instead be people of reconciliation that welcome all people, including the sinner, and says, "I love you, and that's enough. Be part of Christ's family."